Welcome back to the Straight Shooters podcast. I'm your host right now, Pharaoh Sid, and it is my co-host Sheed. And we're gonna talk about a myriad of topics today, starting off with the NFL playoffs. And what's your thoughts right now on the playoffs? How you been liking it?
Uh, it's been some of the most exciting football that I've seen in a minute. Starting from the wild card round all the way till just the last game we just watched, the Bears and the Rams. I'm excited. Besides my team getting put out, I've been enjoying the games.
Yeah, same here, man. Speaking of the Rams, they eliminated my team in the first round. I'm a Panthers fan, but my team finally showed me something, man. Bryce showed me a lot, man. I've been skeptical about him all season long, but he showed me a lot during the playoff game, and we almost had him. We almost had him. Um, they just drove it. They had the ball last. They had the ball last. They drove down. They scored.
Yeah, I mean y'all got Matt Stafford. You had the battle against Matt Stafford. He's a proven quarterback. They got one of the best receiving cores. So I mean, I was impressed with y'all. I was rooting for y'all. I thought y'all was gonna win. I was texting you during the game, like, yo, what if y'all pull this off?
Yeah,
Yeah,
man. It'd have been great. It would have been nice. But I just knew we wasn't really ready. Like I'm not like heartbroken over this loss. Like a lot of years, like Cam years, I'd be pissed off, mad because we lost. But this year is kind of like, first of all, I didn't expect us to make the playoffs, and we did.
right.
And the showing that we had in the playoffs, besides the running game kind of got shut down. But Bryce throwing the ball, that's what I really wanted to see. I wanted to see if he could hold up under pressure in the playoff setting, and he did just that. Um, yeah, man. Think about your team, the Eagles. I was disappointed in them, man. The
Yeah,
I'm glad they fired the offensive coordinator Patulo because he needed to go. He's terrible.
hell yeah.
He's a terrible coordinator.
It's a fact.
The Eagles basically came out and do what they've been doing all season. They start off fast. They'll have a lead in the first quarter, and then the rest of the game do a bunch of nothing until like it's urgency time, and then it's like then you're in a battle like when you should have had the game in hand a long time ago.
Right. And back to your team too. I guess the excitement for you is coming for the fact that you get to see your team actually be competitive. Like when your team ain't been competitive for a while, because we go through that with as Sixers fans, and then just to finally see that, yo, you actually out here competing, it's a good feeling as a fan. But as far as us, the Eagles, man, we've been dealing with the same problems all season, man. I just feel like the injuries to the O line, the and the issues in the locker room. That's like the main thing. The issues in the locker room. Because no matter what, if you going a championship team, if
Yeah, I
that
think
you can have all the star players you want, but if it ain't a cohesive unit, then you ain't going to get the best out of that unit.
that's true. I think that finally came back to bite them in the ass. When
Yeah,
you're winning, it cures everything. When you start losing, it means the most.
everything get magnified. And AJ been speaking on this all season.
Right.
Damn, he gonna be out of
Yeah,
here.
well, he also
But
part of the problem.
yeah,
I think so too. I think so too. And the only reason is like he just made too much noise as far as being vocal that gets out of the locker room. It's one thing for everything to be in house and nobody really know what's said. It's just be like, oh, player such and such has an issue with the way things are going. Da 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 da. But for him to really speak on it and tell the details of certain things, it's like, damn, we can't have that.
yeah. Now, I was at the barbershop Saturday morning and, we was in there, everybody's in there talking. And somebody said something interesting because they were speaking to what you just said, like AJ coming out and saying everything publicly. But is it because those things don't really get addressed in the locker room? Because uh, Saquon, Jalen Hurts, they don't seem like the type to like address the issues like straight head on, like how AJ doing it. Like, yo, nah, these is the problems, like fix it now. It's kind of like, and even though Jalen Hurts is a good leader in my eyes, I don't know if he do it like that. Like he just come call you out.
Yeah, that's not his style. That's definitely not Jalen's style.
Right,
Jalen's more the lead by example kind of guy, and he'll probably pull you to the side in confidence, if he need to talk to you. But
right,
he ain't gonna let the media know nothing. To the media,
word,
he's like, listen, we when they win or lose, he's just kind of like, yeah, if we losing, we just gotta do a better job. That's it. That's it.
yeah,
That's the most you might hear out of him. We gotta do a better job. It's always we, or or either he'll say
nah,
I, but he'll never
hit,
say like he'll never throw a coach or a player or anything like that. He'll never throw any outside condition other than himself under the bus.
word. That's the sign of a good leader, though. He shoulder the blame, especially being a quarterback.
Yeah,
That's a
but
sign of a strong leader.
so both of our teams got eliminated in the first round. So this week's games, shit. But the Seahawks game, the Seahawks and 49ers, that game was trash. So we don't even need to talk about that one. But the Bills
Yeah,
and
I
the
caught that at
Broncos.
the
Now
end.
you texted me earlier and you're saying, yo, what they gonna say about Josh Allen if he lose this game? Are they still gonna say that he's better than Jalen Hurts? And I'm like, yeah, like I mean,
Nope. Nah.
they still gonna say that, and and I still believe it. I mean, Josh Allen is just different kind of beast, and I don't know, man. I don't know if it's just some kind of a bad luck thing that happened or what, man. Like I don't know.
See,
This should have been his year for sure.
yeah. And that's what I'm saying. It's just like, all right, who would you rather have? You got a capable roster, as far as your defense, your O line, your receiving core, your backs. Um, who would you rather have in these type of games, playoff atmosphere or crunch time? Who would you rather have, Josh Allen or Jalen Hurts? The guy, and then let's not forget Jalen Hurts. He overperformed when he in those type of big games. I want the guy that's
As
going to
much
get
as
it
I would
done.
like to say Jalen, I still say Josh.
Because Jalen Hurts didn't have a bad game when we just lost. He
I
like you
mean,
got to think
his
the the receivers was dropping the passes. Devontae too. He dropped one, but it was a big one.
yeah.
And AJ dropped about four of them. So he hitting the targets right in their hands, but they dropped it like he wasn't like he was over or under throwing too much.
I mean, I feel like Josh had the same thing happen to him. So I don't
Yeah,
know. I mean, I know I'd rather have Josh, period. But I mean, so like we talked about this from the very beginning of the season that if I was to rank the quarterbacks in the league, Patrick Mahomes is number one. I got Josh Allen as number two, and Lamar
Lamar
Jackson number
Jackson.
three, and then Jalen Hurts. So it's kind of like, yeah, even Lamar, because it's just those three players, as far as just football players and being a quarterback goes, they're just so dynamic in what they can do and ability. It's just their
I
talent
agree.
level is just pretty much above everybody else's. Now, as far as when you start talking about just wins, just winning, that's when Jalen comes into play and he beats out all the other cats where people like to, toot their horn on, like Justin Herbert and Joe Burrow, even Matt Stafford. I think Jalen's better than all the rest of them dudes. It's just those top three. I don't think he could crack that. Even though Lamar might be coming down. I don't know. I don't know if the
I was about
Lamar
to
thing is
say,
just
I was
bad
about to
luck
say, is he better
with
than Lamar? And he a beast. I'm not taking nothing away from Lamar Jackson, but it's
yeah,
like
but Lamar. The way Lamar his last two playoff runs ended, it ended with him throwing a pass that got dropped. Like it's funny, like Lamar, Josh, and Jalen, all they last three playoff exits is they put the ball in the receiver's hand and the receiver didn't come up with it.
Yeah,
So I don't know. I don't know what to say
I'm gonna
about
take
that.
the guy that did figure out how to
When,
win though. He got something that they don't
listen,
have
man, when
they
you
don't
win,
have.
see, this is the thing. When you yeah, that's what I was gonna say. When you take your team to the Super Bowl and you win it, like I mean, that
It
could be
gotta
the
count
end
for
all be all to
something.
your argument. And it's
It
like,
is. And of
yo,
course
you got it. You got it.
And of course, I'm biased. Like, look at my background, so it is what it is. But I really do. I really would choose Jalen Hurts
I
over
know.
Lamar Jackson and Josh Allen. But it's not like it's a knock against him. But it's just like it's more so the disrespect that Jalen Hurts gets. So I'm probably extra biased because it's just like they be making it seem like he's just a flat out whack quarterback. The way they talk about, they be throwing anybody in front of him. I didn't see any people rank him like not even top 10, which is crazy to me.
Yeah, that's absurd for him to not be in the top 10. At worst, if you want to say if anybody wanted to say Stafford, Herbert, and Burrow were still ahead of him, which I don't, that would make him seventh. I don't think you can have him worse than seventh. And if you do, then I have a problem with that.
Because
If you
I'm
don't
about to
got him
say
at least in the top seven,
because
without
who
what?
would be some who would be some oh they be saying Brock Purdy better than him.
Nah.
They be saying Brock Purdy. Now you got Patriots Drake. You gotta be saying Drake better than him. Who
We'll
else?
see. We'll see how Drake finish off. We'll see how Drake finish off this season. But no, not yet.
Yeah,
I
no.
can't say that yet. I got to see how much Drake can perform in the playoffs before I can say that. He hasn't had his best games in these two couple playoff games.
Yeah, but like you said, winning cures all. So it ain't
He did, yeah,
his
that's what I'm saying. He did either way. He didn't have his best games, but he still won. So it's kind of like, well, you can't knock him yet.
right. His missteps ain't get magnified yet. So
And
now
speaking of
speaking,
which, them and the them and the Broncos.
hey, uh, damn, Bo Nix, man, that's tough.
Yo, man, Bo Nix is hilarious. Not in character. He's hilarious as in when I watched him play, this man could be ass all game long and then turn up in the fourth quarter. Like he would turn into John Elway or Peyton Manning when he was that first year with the Broncos, like in the fourth quarter, like that. After like starting off the first three quarters, he might have like one touchdown, two interceptions, and 50 yards in three quarters. In the fourth quarter, he gonna throw in the fourth quarter alone, he'll throw for 150 yards and two touchdowns and win the game. Some shit like that. He'll do shit like that, and it's just like, and it's consistently been happening throughout the season. I'm just like, yo, I don't even know how to rank him because I'm like, yo, he not that good because he ain't doing shit for three quarters, but the man is clutch. So I don't know what to do with that.
You know what it sound like? You said paid. It sound like Eli.
What it sound like? Ah, that do sound like Eli. Eli do some dumb shit like that. Yeah. I like that. I like that. I like that. Yeah, I like that.
Eli,
I
hey,
like that
listen,
comparison.
man.
That's a good comparison.
Eli got two of them things playing like that. So yeah, I mean, they ain't a bad comparison.
Yeah, well, we'll see if he could seal the deal. The Broncos defense
Right.
is tough as shit. So I don't know. Damn. Hopefully, I guess I'm gonna be rooting for the Broncos next week when they play the Patriots. I don't like neither of those teams, but if I was to go
Yeah.
for one, I'd take the Broncos. I don't want to see Patriots come back and shit. We just got rid of the Patriots fans not too long ago, man. Let them sit in squalor for a couple more years.
I mean, for me, I just want to see a good game. Like I used to feel like that about the Patriots, but we got them out of here for chips. So it's just like, whatever. I ain't too hurt by it no more. I just want to see a good game, but it's just like
I feel that.
Without Bo Nix being there, yeah, kind of. It seemed like it seemed like we know which way the game gonna go. It seemed like the Patriots are gonna be the one to win without Bo Nix being there.
What you mean without Bo
He
Nix?
out for the rest of the playoffs. He injured.
What? What happened? Did I
I
turn
think he
and then he
tore.
got hurt?
I think he tore his Achilles up. Yeah, it's
Oh,
bad. Let me pull that up.
yep, you right. It says Broncos signing veteran. What the fuck? When did he do this shit?
Bruh, I was back. I didn't even peep till after I came. I was back and forth doing a bunch of stuff watching the game. I was in the store and I had text Nate and was like, "Yo, y'all wiped them niggas' nose talking about Josh Allen and them because I've been hating on Josh Allen on the low because of the Jalen Hurts thing." And I didn't even know till I got back in the crib that he tore his Achilles up.
right. Okay. This is what I see. It says he suffered a broken bone in his ankle that will
Yeah.
require surgery and end this season. Knicks came
Yep.
down with the issue in the overtime victory over the Bills. So it must have happened in OT, and it must have been after they must have found it out after they scored.
Yeah, I think I couldn't even watch overtime because I was
Damn.
trying to catch the story before it closed. So I was just keeping up with the
Because I was going to
tracking
say,
it
I
on my
know I watched
phone.
the end of that game, and the reporter he talked to the. Say it again.
Now I was saying that
My bad. You
I wasn't
started
watching it.
lagging for
I
a
was
second.
my bad. I was up there. I said I couldn't watch overtime because I was trying to catch the story before it closed.
Oh, okay. But yeah, I watched the overtime. Oh, okay, okay. Yeah, I watched the overtime, and after they won, he walked over to the sideline reporter like everything was cool, and he had the exit interview, da 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 da, talking about how great a win it was, and all the usual shit. But I
Right.
didn't think nothing was wrong with him, so they must have found that out, either after the game or they must have knew during the game, but then held it under wraps. Oh,
Right.
well, then that means I can't pick the Broncos. Then that means the Patriots gonna win that shit.
Hmm.
So Patriots likely gonna be back in the Super Bowl. All right. Well, on the NFC side, uh, the Rams beat the Bears, which I like that. And the Seahawks waxed the 49ers. Like I said, ain't no need to talk about how they did them. So we have
Right.
the Rams and the Seahawks for the NFC Championship game. And I don't even know how to pick this game. I think I think the Rams are gonna take it, but the Seahawks
I'm thinking
defense
the
is
Rams.
just nasty.
Yeah. I feel like since Josh Allen going, because I was really thinking this was gonna be Josh Allen here. I feel like it's Matt Stafford time now. I feel like it's time for him to go ahead and get himself a ring.
You mean another?
Another,
You
yeah,
heard me?
facts. I'm tripping. I'm tripping. Yeah, I had to think about it. Damn.
Yeah. Don't forget. Don't forget. A few years ago, they won one. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm tripping. I forgot
You
they
know
won
what?
one.
Yeah, I'm gonna go for the Rams because now what I don't want to see is Sam Darnold win. I'm hating on Sam
Right.
Darnold.
Yeah. Yeah, I ain't think so. Sam Darnold
That's because he ain't do
bounce
shit
back
when
is
he was over
vicious.
here.
Right.
It is. But a lot
Yo,
of that is what happens when the Jets draft you. When the Jets draft you, huh?
no, I was gonna ask you a question.
When the Jets
Uh
draft you, oh yeah, go ahead. Ask me. Ask me.
no, you go first. You go first. Uh because it's about Matt Stafford. If he was to, you already know where I'm going with. If he was to win another ring, now where do he start the rank as a quarterback? Is he one of them? He one of them. He ain't a Brady or Mahomes or nothing like that. But he one of them.
Well, if he win another one, I don't know. I had to look at where I rank quarterbacks. I had to think about it, but he ain't gonna be but like somewhere between 10 and 20, probably.
Yeah.
He
But I
won't
feel
crack the
like
top 10.
nah, there's too
Yeah,
many niggas in the top 10. But it'll be interesting to me because it'll be like what names will he be in front of? That would be the thing. It's like, hold up, he ain't top 10, but he in front of such and such. It's gonna create good debates.
yeah. Like even though, like even he would have two rings and likely two Super Bowl MVPs. More than likely, he'll have the MVP
Yeah.
too. I wouldn't put him over Drew Brees though.
That was one of the names I was thinking of.
And
Drew
Drew Brees only
Brees.
got one.
I was thinking of Drew Brees, and I was thinking of
Nah, I wouldn't put him over
um
Drew. I wouldn't put him over Aaron Rodgers.
that was another name. That's another name I was thinking of. I heard now if it was this talking about that on Joe Button podcast. He was like, "Yo, Matt Stafford is an argument for him to be better than Aaron Rodgers," and I was like, "Nah, he ain't better." But now with
Not
two
at
of
all.
them Jones, yeah, he not better.
He,
I'm just asking the question. I like Aaron Rodgers, but what
he
I'm
not
just
better
saying
or greater.
with two
I
of
know,
them,
I know.
is it a debate?
And Rodgers, you know how many MVPs Aaron Rodgers got
He got three, right? I
this
got
year?
four. That yeah, he got four. Yeah,
And
Matt
Rodgers got
Stafford
four
probably should.
MVPs. And I think the only other person with four is Peyton.
Damn, Brady ain't got four MVPs.
And Stafford got zero.
I said Brady ain't got four. Then I was about to say Matt Stafford could get one this year.
He might. He might have one this year, Stafford. No, I think Brady got three. I'm a double check myself. But I think Brady has three. Peyton has four. Shit, Peyton might have five. Hold up. But MVP list. But yeah, I know Rogers and Peyton probably have the most. Let me see. Let me see. I need numbers. Okay. List of winners.
Why you looking that up? Even though they just lost, how you feel about Caleb Williams and his little run he had this year?
Oh, I'm actually impressed. I'm impressed with Caleb because that first year he was looking real shaky, and this year it just proved that he needed a good coach to run an offense for. Like last year, their coach was ass at calling the offense. This year with Ben Johnson there, I mean, he's
Hmm.
developing him. And the Bears didn't do stupid shit like they found out that they had a running game and they stuck with that. And then they drafted a tight end and they used their tight end. So they lean mostly on the tight end, the running game. And then after they hit you with those, they do a play at you and they hit you deep every so often. So
Right.
he showed a lot of poise where last year he would try to do too much instead of taking the plays that's given to him by the defense. He's making better decisions, basically. So
Word.
yeah, I mean he's gonna be a scary opponent in the future. The more intelligence he has in his decision making and when to run, when to take it on his own, when to try to hold the ball and actually make a play, all that stuff, he's gonna be a problem. He's gonna be a big problem.
I agree.
So as I'm looking this up, oh, Peyton does have five. I was right. Damn. Peyton got 5 of them
That's
things.
damn.
Peyton got 5. Aaron Rodgers has 4. Tom Brady has 3.
Damn.
See, that's why Peyton is my goat, personally, as far as quarterbacks go.
He nasty. He ain't Brady
But
though. I mean, Brady.
to hell, you better. But
Nah, I mean Brady. The reason he was coming up short, like they literally had to go against Brady to try to get to the Super Bowl, and it's just like, nah, I'm going to the Super Bowl.
man, but a lot of that was because of the defense, man. The Colts defense would never hold up.
True.
But
I mean, they was good enough to get to
it
the
is what it is. No matter what,
yeah.
listen, no matter what, you it's just hey, at the end of the day, you gotta get it done, whether your defense hold it up or not. I mean, it might not be your fault that you lost, but you losing keeps you from being ranked higher than somebody else, especially if they're good too. Like it's not like let's say like Roethlisberger or somebody or Eli. Both of them have 2 chips, right? But nobody ever think either one of them is better than like Aaron Rodgers. It's like, yeah, they all right, they good, but they not that good to where anybody will ever even think of them
I lost you there.
in that atmosphere, in that stratosphere, I should say. Okay, I'm back. I'm back. Had to get some power in this joint. But
Cool. I
what were we
plugged my
talking about?
phone
Oh,
up
we was talking
too.
about like MVPs and how good certain quarterbacks are, stuff like that. But yeah, so like I said, sometimes it comes down to how much you win and lose in comparison to another player. And then sometimes you just better than somebody else. Like Dan Marino, 0 rings, but better than a whole bunch of niggas.
That's valid.
Yeah, better than niggas that got rings. Better than Eli and Ben Roethlisberger could ever dream to be. It just so happened that his team wasn't built like that.
I tell you who he ain't better than.
Who he ain't better than Jalen Hurts. Nah, he if Dan Marino had the Eagles would have won the first time against the Chiefs. They wouldn't have had that collapse, and they would still be going down. Motherfuckers would have won like 4 in a row.
Yeah, Dan Marino, he like that.
Cause Dan Marino, I tell you one thing, that AJ thing, Dan Marino ain't gonna take that shit. Like Jalen, cause he cool with him, he be trying, like I said, it's basically he be trying to cover for him. He don't try to act like anything wrong. Dan Marino be like, all right, well, fuck it then. I'm gonna just throw to everybody the fuck else and let you bitch on your own.
Yeah,
But
I'm s- I'm still taking
enough
Jalen
of this
Hurts.
football talk. Hey man, do what you want. uh oh wait, real quick. So you said you got the Rams. Let's just finish up. You said you got the Patriots over the Broncos, right?
Yep.
And then you got the Rams over the Seahawks.
Yeah.
Okay. So we have the same mind. We're of like minds with that because I think that's what it's gonna be. So Rams, Patriots, Super Bowl. I feel
Yeah.
like we had that not too long ago, that Super Bowl matchup. That was an ugly game though. I think that was back when damn Brady was on the Patriots and Goff was on the Rams.
That's right. Yeah, Jared Goff. This one, Cooper Cup was killing, right?
I mean Cooper Cup always killed, but
Yeah. That's why he was having.
he ain't
Well,
do
yeah, you right.
nothing that game because that was a low scoring game. If I remember correctly, that was a low scoring game. That was like 13-3. It's a defensive game. It was ugly. It was like probably the
They
most
still
boring Super Bowl that I've ever witnessed. And even in
they had
blowouts,
Todd Gurley
even the
still, right?
blowout Super Bowls wasn't as boring as that shit. Say it again.
They had Todd Gurley, and I think Gurley didn't get off. I think was it that he
Yeah,
never
they
happened
had
in that
Gurley.
Super Bowl.
Yeah, either Gurley couldn't get off, or that might have been the year. or he got hurt or something. But I know he ain't do shit.
Right.
That's for damn sure. He ain't do shit.
He ain't do nothing. I can't remember what it was though. What happened?
Yeah. But anyways, enough of this football talk. You ready to get into basketball?
You know it.
Right. So we're about I ain't know about. We're basically at the halfway mark of the NBA season. And what's your thoughts about I don't know how I should ask this. Should I ask about the whole NBA as a whole or just our team?
Um, if
Let's
you
start with our
ask
team
me,
because I ain't
yeah,
trying to
let's
be on this
start
thing
up.
all night.
Okay. Yeah, oh, yeah.
Because all right, so I'm gonna do our team. We'll do our team, and then we'll talk about some of these trade rumors and stuff like that. People that's on the trading block. How about that?
All right, yeah, I'm with that. I'm with that for sure.
All right, bet. So our team, the state of our team, how you liking it? I think we are 22-10 or 22-11 right now,
I'm about to tell you
something like
right
that.
now. We are. So this thing load up. We are 22
It
and
might be more
18.
games than that. 18. Okay. Yeah, because we're 40 games. Yeah. My bad.
So I like our young core.
So
I'm loving. I was about to say I like our young core. I'm loving what Maxi then became. Even though I'll get to him in a minute. I feel like, well, we talking about him now. I feel like the only thing Maxi missing to take him to that next step is he needs to become a better closer and be more decisive in what he want to do at the end of these games with the ball in his hand. Because sometimes I see he can't even get a shot off. He'll be killing all game and he can't get a shot off for some reason. Like when it's coming down to them last couple seconds. And if you want to step up to the next level, be that superstar, you gonna have to be able to get that shot off. Like even if everybody know what's coming, you right. Look at the greats, the greatest of the greats. We were just talking about this the other day. Kobe, Durant, whatever. You know they want to get in that mid range and all that, but you can't do nothing about it. Like you gotta have a go to move. Every superstar got that. But he getting there. I love what VJ doing. Uh, I like our team. I just feel like we in that stage of not win now, but we need to build around this young core to see what pieces we need to add, and we need to get one of these old niggas out of here during the trade deadline. PG and Paul and MB can't stay together. We got to get rid of one of
no,
them.
I think you're correct in that assessment right there. Myself, I mean, basically the same thing. Um, I'm not falling for this MB Kool-Aid, man.
Nope.
A lot of people, I'm hearing a lot of people uh on the internet talking about Embiid is back. And it's like, dog, Embiid's ever since he really got into the prime of his game, of his offensive skill set, we know he could drop like 25 points a night, pretty much any night. That ain't the problem. The problem is, what is he doing defensively? He's not really that terror on defense as far as a rim protector, excuse me, a rim protector anymore. He's not that. And if you look at his rebounds, dude is out there sometimes only giving you like 4 or 5 rebounds. So he's not rebounding. He's not defending at that same level. And we all know that he's a ticking time bomb for his old ass knees or damaged ass knees, I should say. And any given time, he could go out for like a 10 game stretch. We already know he's not going to play the back to backs. So I don't really invest too much of my own heart and mind into Embiid. I'm just ready for his contract to either run out or for them to make that move and get rid of him. Like I'm ready to move on for real. I've been ready to move on for a long time, but that basically sums up how I feel about him. Paul George, before you respond, Paul George, I could kind of take or leave him. The only problem with Paul George is that for what he giving us, which is solid for the most part, we paying him like 52 mil or some shit like that for the services of a dude that should be getting paid about 10, 15 mil, which is outrageous. Excuse me. So, anything to respond to what I just said, or you just in total agreement?
Yeah, I'm in total agreement. Like, you probably want to have one of them would have that veteran presence in the locker room, I guess. But uh, yeah, I'm just ready to move on from both of them, to be honest, and just let like build around this young core. But the one thing about it is, I was going to ask you about the two is Paul George. We could probably move Paul George. Somebody would take Paul George. Who want to take on that Embiid contract? That's the one. That's what I was thinking of.
Well, it's too bad they fired Nico Harrison, man. That would have been the sucker to do it.
Hey,
I can't in my mind in good conscience picture anybody being a sucker enough to take on Embiid's contract where he got 4 years and he's already at 55 mil this year. So the salary cap hit for each year is only gonna go up the rest of the way. Like you're gonna be paying probably about 65 mil at the end of that contract, and it's all guaranteed. So
God
that's
damn.
that's just nasty to have to deal with. And he already gonna be 30. So he not getting no younger, obviously. Nobody does. And he ain't getting no healthier. This is probably the healthiest he's gonna be in a while. Like he already played more games than he played last year.
Right.
And he's on pace to probably play maybe 50 games, 50 to 55, somewhere in that range. That
Excuse
might
me.
be about the healthiest
So
he's going to be the rest of his career. If you could get him for like 55 games the rest of his career, however many years he lasts, that might be it. But I wouldn't want to pay that much for a guy that's only going to give me that much and be lacking on the defensive side and rebounding as a big man. Not to mention the offense kind of runs weird with him out there, considering that he's now more of a
yeah,
solely half court guy, and we got guys that can run and gun. Like I don't know.
yeah. So to talk about the running gunning, that's our kryptonite. We gotta play somebody like the Hawks. We gotta play somebody like Detroit. Any young team that get out there and run the floor, we gonna have issues with them. Now, what I was gonna ask you was, if you were able to move and be somebody realistic, because I know we probably don't know off the top like everybody cap space and how much money they got to play with, but just a realistic player that you think that we can move and be, and we can get another player that fit that roster. Who would you like to see?
Realistic. That's the toughest part about that. The realistic part. Other than somebody trying to give us
Yeah,
their trash, like if Dallas want to swap Embiid for Anthony Davis, yeah, sure, I guess. Yeah, I don't want Anthony Davis. He Mr. Glass.
I don't want him
I
either.
don't even know how he got hurt the last time he got hurt. He just got hurt, and I don't know how it happened.
Bruh, his finger. He jammed his it like he just jammed his finger. He was playing defense. Somebody like I want to say somebody backed into him, or like you behind somebody like they trying to post you up to get the ball. I want to say that's what happened, and it's just like he backed up. I was grabbing his finger, and then he was going down the other edge, still grabbing at it. And I'm just looking like, bro, I know you just ain't jam your finger, acting like you like, bro. He out for 6 weeks with no surgery. That's crazy.
Over what? Basically jammed finger.
A finger.
Man, I can't do that.
See,
That's
this is
see
why
with
we.
Embiid. At least I understand because his knees are fucked up. I can't take that one. I can't take that one on the chin.
Right.
But I could give you a unrealistic trade. We got in our back pocket. It's funny enough, we one of the teams that got some of those Clippers picks, and we got the Clippers either 2027 or 2028 first round pick, and I know they're gonna still be ass either one of those years. So we got that in our back pocket. So if I was gonna be unrealistic, I would say, dangle that carrot in front of the Bucks and see if we could get Giannis, and then
Right.
ask him like, listen, man, if you want another player, pick one, but it can't be Maxi, Edgecombe, or whatever. But like if they wanted McCain, I think I might come have to come off of McCain. But
Yeah, but Kane, he not. I don't know. He just got to get back in the rhythm. He not getting enough minutes, but he not. The shot ain't falling like it was before. Like he ain't looking like that. Like the runaway rookie of the year like he was a couple years ago. So I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's Nick Nurse rotation or he just lost his touch and got to find his rhythm.
I think he just gotta find his rhythm. I think it's gonna be difficult just because Edgecombe came in like gangbusters. That's the problem. And Grimes continued on what he built on last year. So now it's like we went from having no guards really to now we got too many guards.
Right.
And McCain is, he's not a true backup point guard, but he's, hybrid. He's a combo guard, basically. But you could
Yeah.
say the same thing about Maxi. You could say the same thing about Grimes to a certain extent, even though I look at Grimes as more of a 2-3.
2-3. Right.
Edgecombe's a 2-3. Oubre's like a 2-3. Paul George is like a 2-3. It's like we got all these
Over.
wings that could also just be guards that could also be playmakers. It's like if your minutes is cut out of that rotation, you're not gonna be able to show what you can really do. And if he don't come in the game and the chances he get and just come in firing, then he ain't gonna see much playtime. Not to mention he also
Right.
not the best defender. And that's not to say he a liability on defense, but he's just not the best defender. He's also short like Maxi.
Right.
Whereas Grimes is like 6'5", Oubre's like 6'7" or 6'8", Edgecombe is like 6'5". It's almost like we only got room for one short nigga on the team, and that's Maxi. And Maxi giving us 30. So unless you're gonna
Yeah.
be out there
Yeah.
giving us
Yeah.
another 20 off the bench or something like that, like it's like we rather stick with the other dudes.
Word.
So it's tough, man. I
So
feel bad for McCain because the way he was balling last year, to have injuries take you out and to have other niggas come in and shine and not even it's not your fault really. Like he just he hasn't rebuilt that rhythm that he had.
just the way the ball bounced.
It is. But I wouldn't
Now,
mind, if I gotta give him up and get something back like that, then obviously that's obviously the move. Realistically,
I,
we would have to probably take on somebody like Sabonis and probably another contract to equal it up. Probably Keegan Murray
yeah.
because he's probably got the numbers that fit. Which I would take Keegan Murray. That's another one. Even though he's been down, he's still got potential. I mean, he's young. So
Keegan Murray, he ain't shooting like he was, but he grabbed rebounds and he played defense.
yeah, and you can never have too many wing defenders.
Word. So Sabonis is one of the names that I got on this list. Now I'm gonna name a couple other players, and you let me know if you kind of agree with him or not. I got was you trading for Laurie Markkinen?
Oh hell yeah,
I like that one.
hell yeah.
Would you trade him for MPJ?
That one's shaky, but I think I would trade him for MPJ too.
Now I got the other one is I feel I would take any of these four players from Dallas: AD, Gafford, Lively, or PJ Washington.
If they're gonna give me PJ and Gafford, no, wait, what am I saying? Lively. They not giving. See, the thing is, I know they're not giving me Lively.
I
But
would
if
love
they
to have
were,
PJ and Lively over there.
give me PJ and Lively. Huh?
I was saying I would love to have PJ
Say
and
it again.
Lively over here.
Oh yeah, yeah, that would be. I don't think you can ask for a better deal than that. More than likely, it would be Gafford and PJ if that's what they want to get rid of. And like I said, under no circumstances am I taking AD. I wouldn't take AD if we were able to trade him straight up for Watford. I wouldn't take AD. If if it was for AD for Drummond, I wouldn't take AD.
Because he's not going to be
I'm
available.
taking Anthony Davis. Exactly.
Now, I got,
I already
I,
got a nigga that's gonna tease me in the games that he do play when he only play like 5 to 10 games. I already got a nigga like that. I already got Embiid. Why am I gonna do that to myself again? I've been going through that for 10 years with Embiid. I'm not gonna continue. I'm not gonna trade him to get the same guy back. Basically,
I agree with that. Now, you spoke on two of the other players I got on this list. One being Sabonis, which could be realistic if we really, I mean, put our foot on the gas, try to go get him. And Giannis, that's in a perfect world where it's just like we can get Giannis and all is well. But I got one more player that I wonder if you would like this player to be on the Sixers or not. Do you agree that we need another scorer that can kind of put it on the floor and get on his own besides Maxi that can play at the tempo that we need to play?
yeah, I agree.
So with Rich Paul just throwing Austin Reeves under the bus, would you somehow would want Austin Reeves if we was to give up MD and then they give us back Austin Reeves, somebody else, some picks or something like that? Would you take that?
Absolutely not.
What?
Absolutely not.
Mm.
Because the question would be, what
I,
am I gonna do with that? Am I gonna play Austin Reeves and Maxi together?
damn, that is a defensive issue.
That's a very detrimental defensive issue.
Where
You're gonna have problems.
will
Because look
will
at the
be
Lakers. The
exciting to
Lakers
watch.
ass on defense. Oh, it's exciting to watch, yeah. Because they gonna run it up. They're gonna run it up for sure. We'll outgun half the teams in the league doing that, especially with the other dudes we got. But when it really come down to it, they gonna just
We not
exploit
beat.
that.
Yeah, we
The
not
serious
beating
teams
no
will exploit it.
Celtics, the Knicks, Detroit. We not beating no teams like that with that. But that's
Hell
how
no, we
far,
already got problem beating the Raptors, and we definitely won't beat them.
man. This is how much I'm off of Embiid. I'm entertaining Austin Reeves for Embiid. I'm just off of that guy, man. He's not going to do it for us. It's a rat. And you like you said, you was on it early. Like I'm on that bandwagon with you now. Like just get him out of here, man. Put us out of our misery. Just let him go.
Yeah.
The process is over.
Hmm.
Now, what need to be the new thing under Maxi? We need to push it to the max. I don't know. That
Push it to the max. I like
we
that.
need to push it. We need to push it to
Push
the
it to the
max. The
max.
process is over with, man.
I like that. I like that. That's a good slogan
Yeah,
right there.
we just anything to get the process. Like, come on, man. The process started with Brett Brown, man. It's time. It's over with. Man. It's over with.
Yeah, definitely over with. So sum it up, man. Sixers. I kind of don't care where we finish. It'd be nice to see us stay pretty much around where we at right now. We're sixth place in the East. We're above. We don't got to play in the play in, so that would be nice to not have to do that. And we just continue to develop our backcourt, see what these young guys do, and move closer to the point where we're gonna find out how we're gonna move Embiid, how we're gonna move Paul George.
Yeah, at least got to get one of them out of here. You want to keep going? Or
Yeah.
you want to wrap it up?
Well, I just got one more question. Uh, how do you feel about? Well, actually, it's gonna be two. How do you feel about Trey Young getting traded to the Wizards?
Uh,
because I know you wanted your boy to actually play some meaningful basketball, and you thought that they was gonna have that squad over in Atlanta, which they kind of do, but they kind of don't. Again, at the same time, it looks like they're gonna be
Yeah.
a playing team. And so, how do you feel
Um,
about him? Do you think the Wizards
just
are really gearing up, and then maybe next year they're gonna mm, make a splash in the East?
I don't see how. I don't know, man. This might
I mean, I
it's
will
two
say,
ways to look at this. There's two ways I'm looking at it. It's like because the Atlanta and Trey Young, they needed to separate and split ways. I'm glad they did it the way they did it. It's not one of them bad NBA breakups. Like when KD leaves somewhere and everybody want to burn the jerseys and do all that. It's not one of them. It's just like they came to a mutual understanding and just like, you know what I mean? Let's be classy about it. So I do like that. But um
yeah,
the Wizards, man, like let's just be honest, man. The Wizards been ran like shit forever, man. This is where players go to die. And then how Trey Young played being one of those like just straight offensive players and like probably the worst defender in the NBA. You can put him in conversations with that. I don't. He might be on his way out. We might get a couple more seasons of him doing, some. He can get that rejuvenated energy. Like I'm in a new spot. You know what I mean? I get to showcase my talent in a different city. We gonna get that kind of energy. But the Wizards being the Wizards is probably gonna be, man. They still suck. Trey been killing, and then he gonna be phasing out, man. That's very possible.
yeah, I can agree with that sentiment as well. But I will say, is that I do like the way that the Wizards are developing some of their young talent, though. I say Alexander Sarr. I mean, he's looking good.
I like Short.
Him, Trey
I like.
Johnson coming in,
Hmm.
shooting like he ain't never seen a shot he ain't like. He does. Trey needs to play
Word.
some damn defense. That's the thing for him, because he's not lacking in size or anything to be as bad defensively as he is. But I mean, he just get in there and he just want to shoot.
Yeah.
They got some vets. They got Middleton. Uh, they had McCollum. But they used him in the
I think they're
trade.
coming off of Middleton
Uh,
soon too, unless they wanted to be a locker room guy.
yeah, with Trey there, they'll come up off of Middleton soon. I agree with you on that. But I think the main thing is we got Sar, Johnson, Cam Whitmore, which I don't understand why he isn't getting much more time, but maybe him and the maybe he not seeing eye to eye with the coach. Koulibaly, he's a decent player, and is it Keyshawn or Kaishawn George?
I call him Keyshawn.
Yeah, I think they've been calling him Keyshawn too, but he's been
Yeah,
showing out. I think he's actually kind of been their best playmaker, but that kind of bodes well getting paired up
he
with
might be
Trey
their best
now.
shooter
You
too.
got a
Well,
guy that
besides
probably
Trey Johnson.
you said they need one. Oh, you
No,
said he
I was
is their
saying
shooter.
I say he might be their best shooter besides Trey Johnson. He probably one or second or first best shooter on the team too.
Yeah. He definitely is. And I was gonna say that. I was gonna say now that he will have the playmaking duties taken off of his plate. He could be a secondary playmaker. Now he can focus on just shooting and scoring. Trey will probably put him in better positions on the court.
Yeah, that's one of Trey's superpowers. He can find you on the court for sure. He got that kind of vision. But
Yeah, so it might look up for them. You might be looking next year, like I mean, depending on their draft pick, you know, I think they'll probably have at the very least a top 10 pick. If they could get up into like the top five, I mean, the sky's the limit on it with some of those players. Um,
yeah, that's gonna be a decent
I'm looking
draft
at
coming up.
Trey, Yeah, Trey Young, Trey Johnson, Koulibaly, Keyshawn, and Sar as your five, and then whoever they draft, I think they could push them from being the scrubs of the league, the doormats, up at least into the play-in, and maybe more. They might can make some noise
I can
next
agree
year.
with that.
Team on the rise.
I can agree with that.
Team on the rise. It
But
all
it's like
depends
it's a
it all
big gray
depends on
area that I
how.
see with that team.
Yeah, I was gonna say it all depends on if it work out or if it go like how you said the worst case scenario that you know the defense never proves to be able to get together and they just out there, probably be one of the top offensive teams. It'll be just like the Hawks. Just one of those top offensive teams that can't play a lick of defense and will be in the play in at best. That's
Well, speaking of the Hawks,
worst
how
case
you like the
scenario,
Hawks?
best case scenario. They could probably the
How you like how
Hawks.
they came out?
I actually
Yeah, how
like
you
what
like
the
how they
Hawks
came
did,
out?
and I think they came out great. Everybody acting
Hmm.
like since they traded Trey Young, him being an all-star caliber player and an all NBA caliber player, that they didn't get enough back. But I think they got enough back in the fact of that they got somebody just that they needed to break up with out of the locker room and just out of the franchise. That's one. So your locker room is
Yep.
going to have a better mentality. That's number one. Number two, Trey Young's contract is coming up, and they was up in the air on how much they wanted to pay him if they wanted to pay him. You get rid of him, he's somebody else's problem. Somebody else got to pay him. You don't got to worry about that.
Right.
Three, you get CJ. CJ's on. He's a vet. He's cool. He ain't gonna stir up the locker room, and he's on an expiring contract. This year is his only year, so he come off your books.
Yep.
Um,
And they got a shooter
Also,
because they
they
got
get a
Corey Kispert.
shooter with the boy. That's what I was gonna say. They get another shooter with the boy Kispert. They desperately needed some shooting, and I think he's a wing. I want to say he probably about 6'6" or 6'7", something like that.
Hmm.
So you get a wing that's a shooter, and then I mean they still hold the Pelicans pick, and with dudes that got expiring contracts on their team, I think for real, they need to be the ones gunning for Giannis. They got Pelicans picks, and then they got expiring contracts. Like you could throw those two Pelicans picks they have, and actually one of the Pelicans picks is like a pick swap that's actually Milwaukee's pick. It's actually Milwaukee's pick. So you talking to Milwaukee, you call them up and be like, listen, we're gonna give y'all pick back, and we're gonna give y'all the Pelicans pick, and we're gonna give you Porzingis or McCullum or both of them if that's what it takes to match up the contracts, and they both come off your books next year. Man, you talking about having your pick, the Pelicans pick, which they both gonna be probably top five, and you getting money back. That's a deal. That's the deal that I would push forward with. And if you got Giannis and Jalen Johnson and all the shooters they have, and your boy
Boy.
the Kill Alexander Walker who's balling now, like it could they could really turn up. Now they could really turn up if that's the plan, and they got to come off this AD plan. I'm glad AD got hurt because that kind of takes him
Yeah.
out of it. I don't know why that was a. I don't even know why that was the plan in the first place. But that's my thought about Atlanta.
Yeah, I would like that. That's crazy. I didn't even think of them gunning for Giannis like that, but them having all them picks and being able to they could put together a good package to try to get Giannis and put the Bucks in a good position to start building for the future probably faster than they thought they would be able to.
Exactly.
Now, speaking
But
on
look,
Giannis,
because it's about that time. Oh wait,
let
go
me
ahead.
get let me get one more off because I was thinking of
All right, go ahead. Go
uh
ahead.
yeah, I was thinking of a big trade, and of course, like the biggest name that's out there to possibly get moved before the trade deadline this season is Giannis. And I was thinking of, I don't think he's gonna end up nowhere in the East. What if
Go ahead.
he end up on the Clippers?
No, well, the thing would be how would they get him? How would they make
I feel
the
like
money match up to get him?
I feel like because I was thinking if I'm the GM at this point, I would trade Kawhi for Giannis. I would go ahead and get Kawhi out of here, man. He's another player that is
I
just
feel
like
that.
I'm not sold on Kawhi no more. I'm not sold on the fact that he gonna ball out and be here for the playoffs and he gonna hold it down. Nah, I feel like sooner or later, like I would want him to be healthy and be in playoff run, make a deep playoff run, but I don't think it's gonna happen. So the way James Harden balling right now, he didn't turn back the hands of time a little bit. You got they got a nice solid bench over there. They got some shooting over there. They play defense. Out you add Giannis over there, you just swap Giannis and Kawhi. I feel like they some man, that's a team right there. Him going to
Oh no,
LA
we know the
too,
Bucks not gonna.
him being a star
The
and
Bucks
going to
not gonna
LA
take it.
because they ain't gonna take it.
The Bucks
I don't
not gonna
I don't
take
know what else. I
Kawhi.
don't know what else the Clippers got to offer either. Too. That's another thing I need to look into. But because at first I was
He
thinking
got shit to
like with
offer.
history, I was thinking history was going to repeat itself, and then the Lakers somehow end up with them. Because I don't care what happens, the Lakers end up with the big man they need. It just go down like that. So I'm like, what if he end up on the Lakers? But I'm like, it's probably more realistic for him to end up on the Clippers if he was to go to LA. But I'm like, that would be tough if he was over there. That'd be a nice team. Who would you give up? Me? I would give up
There,
Kawhi.
there is one very there is. I didn't mean to cut you off, but there is one very nasty way he could end up on the Lakers instead of the Clippers, and that's
Bye
if the
bye.
Lakers trade LeBron. But I know Milwaukee would never do that. They not stupid. They not that stupid. God damn. They better not
Nah.
be. But the way to do it would be that way.
Yeah, that's a fact. They ain't gonna do that. Yeah. So we can continue this tomorrow or whenever the next time we jump on, because I got a whole bunch of, not a whole bunch, but we still gotta get the John Morant, Kaminga, what the Warriors want to do. There's a couple uh rumors and teams,
Okay, we're gonna try to jump back
players.
on tomorrow then. Because
Yeah, we can jump back on tomorrow.
actually I was gonna ask you about Ja next, actually. So yeah, we'll next time we'll get on that.
All right. So that's a wrap, ladies and gentlemen.
All right, peace.